You can start tonight's class by simply recognizing that life is difficult, that life can sometimes be exhausting, tiring, challenging, frustrating, overwhelming, sad, all those different things, and that doesn't make you different from anyone else. It doesn't make me or you any different from anyone else. We all go through stuff. It's actually the standard human condition. So we can start straight away by recognizing that. Is that true? Do half the people we know skip around in the daisies grinning and laughing? Do 90% of the people we know have nothing ever go wrong? It's not true, is it? We see more and more headlines in the press where adults and children are becoming more and more stressed and anxious. It's not just you, it's not just me. We're all in this together. So nothing's going wrong. There's nothing going wrong in as much as it's just the way it does go. It's just the way this life as a human being does go. So it's not your fault. It's not my fault. It's not our fault. It's no one's fault. Stuff happens. And the good news is we can find peace within all of that. We can find stillness and peace through a regular, steady meditation practice. And that's not ordinary. Even to meditate every now and again is not ordinary. Most people don't do it, unfortunately. So what you do with your time, even if it's for 5 minutes once a fortnight or something, is not ordinary. It's wonderful. It's really beautiful that you have this opportunity. We're going to do it now. We're going to start to still our mind and rest our body. Please bring your awareness to your body. Notice how it appears. Notice how you're breathing, not with any judgment, but just purely as a place to bring the mind to. Notice how you're breathing. You'll probably change your breathing as soon as you observe it, but don't worry, that's sort of the way it goes. Allow your breathing to be deep and restful like a baby's. Just allow yourself to breathe well. Allow your stomach to move out as you breathe in. And breathe all the way down. We live probably almost all of our life on some level of fearful alert. And this manifests in the way we breathe as well. So right now, there's nothing to fear. There's nothing to fear. Allow your breathing to go like a restful baby in a cot. If you can recognize any tension or fear, just allow it to melt away. Allow that fearful alertness to just melt away. We don't need it right now. This is a safe place with lovely people. Nothing's going to happen. Hardly anything is going to happen. We're just going to meditate quietly in a peaceful room. So give yourself full permission to take away that alert, worry, state of mind. We're not born with this worried, alert state of mind. Maybe you've observed some tension there that is a manifestation of this living with fear, which is normal. Everyday state of mind is living with fear, living in fear. If you've noticed it, that's really nice. That's insight into our human condition. It's a big step to acknowledge that we live to some degree in fear. And it's not just me, and it's not just you, it's all the other people in the room. It's everyone driving past and everyone in the surrounding areas. As meditators, we can give a little bit of time at the beginning of our practice to find a safe place and to just allow that to melt away a little. Breathe like a baby, come off high alert. Now please bring your awareness very gently away from the body to the thoughts. Allow your breathing to just still be natural and lovely, restful, nurturing. But gently bring your awareness to your thoughts. You may find that most of it's a load of dribble, random or obscure thoughts. Some of it may be very pertinent to the day or worries about the future. That's no different from the person at the side of you. No different from the people going past in the cars, people in the surrounding areas. This is part of the human state. It's to have a mind that perpetually, without any choice at all in the matter, perpetually spews out thoughts. Please observe yours without any judgment. You're normal. This is normal. It's not bad, it's not good, but it does provide an obstacle to deeper peace. Which is not very far away. Please now bring your awareness to your abdomen. We're going to look for feelings. Please allow yourself the opportunity to not be able to feel the feelings. For some of us, that's very normal. But it's still good practice to bring our mind to this area so we create the habit for the future. It's also an honest observation, and honesty brings peace. Bring your awareness to your abdomen. Give yourself time whilst breathing normally, deeply and well, to observe feelings that are there. Maybe there's some peace, some happiness, some restlessness, some discontent, some anger, some jealousy, some rejoicing. Doesn't matter what it is. Allow your mind to permeate your abdomen, to rest your awareness in your abdomen. This is so profound, beautifully profound. Observing what's going on inside of our abdomen. With a reduced level of fearful attention. A greater sense of safety. And then looking inside to see what's there. And what's there, to some degree, will be suffering. And that's absolutely normal human state. Is to have unpleasant feelings inside the abdomen. In the throat, in the chest, in the stomach, in the loins. It's normal. You're not doing anything wrong. You're not a failure. You're not struggling. You're not. It's the natural state of a human being. You haven't got anything wrong. This comes up anyway. It finds its stories, it finds its instances, it finds its situations. And it can be hard. It can be sometimes really hard, and that's still normal. Still the way it is for human beings. So please stop trying to be something other than you are. You haven't failed, you haven't screwed up, you haven't got left behind, you haven't made a mess. Stop trying to be anything other than who you are. Who you are is lovely and beautiful and an inexhaustible source of love and compassion and peace. That's also part of the human condition, but it's hidden. But it is us. It is you. Please stop trying to be anything. There's a different way. There's a different way. To stop, to rest, to let things still down. We gradually realise that all the answers are in that. Please bring your awareness now to your jaw muscles. Allow your jaw muscles to just be. Allow them to relax. Allow your face muscles to relax. Scan through your arms and your legs for any tension and tightness. Just let them loosen. Accept them as they are. Of course they're going to get aches and pains. Allow them to relax. Please bring your awareness to your shoulders and your neck. Of course they're going to get tight and tense. Of course they are. It can't be otherwise. This doesn't make you or me a bad person or a failed person or a lesser person. Of course our neck and shoulders get tight. It's the human condition. It's the human state. It's completely normal and natural. But we can give our shoulders and our neck a rest. Just allow them to relax. Now we bring our awareness again to our abdomen. We can visualize all of our future suffering that will come. It will come along. We can visualize it in the form of thick black smoke swirling around inside of us. We don't have to hate it or loathe it, but we don't have to suffer as much in the future because we can meditate. We can experience our suffering in a different way, a more accepting way. So please, with 3 steady deep out breaths, visualize this thick black smoke and all the suffering billowing into the far distance. We're not rejecting it, we're just moving it on. And then bring your breathing back to its normal rhythm. We haven't rejected our suffering, we've just said enough. I'm ready now to have some peace. I can move you along. I can find an alternative, which is some restfulness. And it's nice, some stillness that's nice. Even if it's just a teeny weeny bit. We all have the opportunity to be at peace. A little more each day, a little more each week, a little more each month. Now, we can recognize that we have an innate, normal desire to be happy, to want to be happy, to want to have pleasure in our life, to have joy, happiness, contentment, connection, intimacy. So we can imagine sparkling golden light coming in through our nostrils as we breathe in only through our nostrils. Allow that beautiful sparkling golden light to start to permeate our body and our mind. Imagine this beautiful golden light is granting us our deepest wish, which is to feel more rested, more relaxed, lighter, fresher. And just with playful imagination like a child, allow this beautiful golden light to come in. Give it full permission, give yourself full permission to allow this golden light in. And breathe well and welcome it in. Let as much of this golden light in as you want. Imagine it pervading your whole body, your whole mind. This golden light doesn't judge, doesn't need things to be differently, and it brings with it lightness, care, clarity. please, for the next few moments, just allow yourself to dwell in this space, imagining this beautiful golden light bathing you from inside, right to your extremities, crown of your head, tips of your toes, ends of your fingers, and the space of your mind. This is what loving yourself feels like. There's nothing bad about this. There's nothing shameful or wrong. This is just a gentle glow of acceptance. Just allow it to be there. Allow it to be here. You deserve love just as much as any other living being in the universe. You're just as worthy of it, simply because you exist. That's the only qualification for being worthy of receiving love, because love is complete acceptance. So you exist, you're worthy of love. Very gently bring your awareness to the flow of the breath as it comes in through the nostrils, down the throat, into the lungs and out again. Allow this to be a restful, mindful breathing process. Now bring your awareness to the nostril linings. Don't strain, don't tense up the mind now, just keep it relaxed. Your awareness will naturally move to your nostril linings. Don't suddenly bring all your awareness tight into the eyes. Keep your mind relaxed, keep your eyes relaxed. Allow your mind to be centered where it feels is comfortable. Don't tighten your mind like you might tighten your fist. Bring your awareness to your nostril linings and just observe the cool and the warm, changing to cool and then back to warm. The mind will wander off and it'll come back, and then you just re-find these sensations once more. Now bring your awareness very gently, very delicately, bring your awareness to your nostril linings, to the rims of the nostrils, to the rims of the nostrils. Again, they'll be cool and they'll be warm. And it's ever changing. And it's your friend because it brings peace, just simply observing it. can check very subtly if we're still doing it. This is the mind of alertness that's like a little fish that's so small it doesn't disturb the ripples on the surface. Just gently check, am I still with the breath? For the last minute, please enjoy very gently applying a little extra concentration so you stay with the breath a little longer. Don't force it, just be very careful of what's going on, very curious of what's there right in this moment. Before we come out of meditation, we can dedicate this peace and this love to ourselves, because we matter. Because being in a good place means we can help others. We can dedicate this to our own welfare and also to the welfare of others as well. And we can think, may everyone find their peace. Then when it feels comfortable, there's no rush. If you want to, you can keep your eyes closed, but if you want to, just allow them to open gently. When it feels right, I'll continue setting up for the next meditation. Thank you. That was nice, wasn't it? I hope. Right, so love. Why bother? Seems a strange one when I usually say like why bother when we do certain meditations, but it doesn't need any justification, does it? So meditating on love, like why bother? We don't have to sell it. It is helpful though to appreciate some of the benefits, because we sometimes feel like we love people enough. We love our family enough, our friends enough, our children enough, our grandparents enough. Because we have loads of love for them. But is there more to be had? The answer is, do they get on your nerves? Do they ever get on your nerves? If someone gets on our nerves, there's a bit more love we can have towards them, and we can protect them from our frustration, and we can protect ourselves from that frustration. And when we have more and more love for someone, and we accept them more and more, and they don't irritate us as much each time, there's more peace. There's less disturbance of happiness, if that's what we've got going on. So I think usually, from what I have experienced in my own life and what I've heard from other people, there's usually quite a bit more love to be generated towards our nearest and dearest, irrespective of work colleagues and people who are a pain in the butt and whatever else, people we're disinterested in, people who've scorned us, people who've stopped being our friend. We can be quite judgmental, can't we, of who deserves our love? Oh, they do. Oh, my little dog does. Oh, I'm not sure about my neighbour 2 doors down who plays music loud on their Saturday. Oh, I'm not sure about them. Or that boss who never gave me a pay rise but gave everyone else one. Oh. So we can be quite stingy with our love. We can be quite reticent to give it out, judgmental to give it out. So we start to find resistance with this one, meditating on love, but we can find resistance. Wherever we find resistance to meditating on love towards someone, there's something to be had, there's a benefit to be had, there's a real improvement to be had in our lives. We start accepting those situations, accepting them. So I can have love towards someone and someone else doesn't, and they do something that's a bit irritating. I go, oh, it's just them, isn't it? Aren't they lovely? It's one of their it's one of their eccentricities. And somebody else goes, no, actually, it drives me mad when they do that. It drives me absolutely mad. The difference isn't the person. The other person's just doing what they're doing, squeezing the toothpaste halfway down, not cutting the grass properly up against the sticky up bits, not cleaning the cups properly to get the tea stains out from near the edges, you know, all those, not making the bed in the morning, whatever it is, feeding us, family feeding us, and then saying you're getting fat. I'd never get that one. Eat it. I've made it for eat it. And the next week they say you put weight on. So there's all these different ways in which we can perceive faults, and yet with love, there's no fault. If we're absolutely doting on another living being, we don't see faults. We don't really see faults. We see a situation, we might see a problem, but we don't see a fault. So by enhancing our love for ourselves and for others, we protect ourselves and we protect them from the perception of faults and getting annoyed and irritated. It just doesn't come up. We must have experienced it where you think, what are they getting annoyed at that for? They've only done this or they've only done that. We've got more love for that person. If we were annoyed as well, this is what we do, isn't it? If we're annoyed, we want to speak to somebody else we know is going to be just as annoyed as us. So we don't seek out somebody who's going to tell us we're wrong. We don't say, they're really annoying, and go and speak to their mate. We think, oh, who's going to agree with me? I'll speak to that person. And then they agree that that fault is really bad. And then we feel justified. It feels good, it feels right. But if we went to 3 people who absolutely loved them to bits, they'd say, well, it's not a problem. So it's not their fault, it just happens, or it's not such a big deal, and we'd get really annoyed with that. So like, of course it's a big deal, don't you? They've done X, they've done it. And then it really can get us a bit annoyed that they don't understand what we understand. So we start to perceive there really is a fault out there. We really start to believe there's a fault out there. And we try to justify to this person, maybe I haven't explained it right. I'll explain it again, then you'll realise just how annoying they are. That fault isn't inherently out there. We perceive it and exaggerate it because we've got more love to have in that relationship. So we can meditate on love, we can enhance our love towards specific people. We can get a very lovely feeling towards all living beings. If we were to meditate now and say, oh, I want to be loving to all living beings, it would feel great. But in my experience, it doesn't enhance individual relationships like we want it to. Nothing wrong in doing it, and we've done it here quite a few times as an end point to spreading out love. But when we start, it's really, really nice to put someone front and centre and develop our love towards them. It really does have a dramatic... If you do this, I guarantee you'll find it has a dramatic way of improving that relationship, strengthening it, making it better when cracks form. If we get lost with somebody who we love but we could have a bit more love for, and we've both got maps doing orienteering and we get lost, I can easily blow up. Yeah, you had the map, yeah, but you were leading, I thought you knew where you were going and all that sort of thing. If we really got a really open heart of love towards that person, we got lost, it's funny, isn't it? We'll go back to where we were, we'll start again. Same maps, same problem, same people. Right, okay, so we're going to practice opening our heart of love, enhancing our love towards someone. So you've got a victim as well. You've got a choice. You've got someone to choose. Don't worry if it comes up. Don't worry. You can change it if you want, but try to be natural about it. And we're going to practice wishing love. Very straightforward to do. There can be some resistance. Sometimes there isn't. Sometimes it's just straightforwardly beautiful. Imagine someone in front of you and you simply wish for them to be happy. Simple, straightforward. So we repeat very gently. If you can do this at the level of your heart, if you know what that means, if you know what that experience is, if you can try to have a heartfelt wish, that's what this means, a heartfelt wish. Tender, generous, heartfelt wish for this person to be happy. Visualize them and repeat this wish mentally to yourself at the level of your heart if you can. You can't exhaust this reservoir of wishing love, so allow it to flourish. Allow yourself to be that open-hearted person that you know is within you. Allow it to come out in abundance. Now we can imagine this person in front of us receiving this love. They feel light and warm. And observe how they acknowledge this back to you with a nod or a smile or a hug or whatever it is. Now I want you to just rest with the feeling. Maybe there's a slightly more light feeling, a wide openness, whatever it is, don't judge it. But just try to remain resting with the love that's inside of you for the last minute or two. When the mind wanders, come back to this feeling. If the feeling fades, recall it. If it won't recall easily, you can always visualize this person again. Wish them love. Allow the feeling to come up and then come back and sit in it. Rest in it. Just check if a story's come in, come back to the feeling. Allow it to expand. Imagine it moving beyond your body, out into the room, into the distance. Imagine the glow of your love spreading out across the fields, around the towns and the cities, to all the living beings on earth who need it, all the living beings who need some love. Imagine they receive this love. And before we come out of meditation, please allow yourself to feel pleased, happy, joyful that you've taken the time to nurture this love and peace within you, this happiness within you. Allow yourself to feel happy about this for the next 30 seconds or so. Go to town, allow it to flourish. Please ask yourself before you come out of meditation, do you want more of this or less of this? It's never far away. Sometimes it's difficult if we're upset or angry, but generally this isn't far away. Do we want more of this or less? When it feels comfortable, just gently allow your eyes to open. Remain mindful of the feeling inside of yourself. And bring your awareness back to the room. Thank you.